some problems, but here I am. Yeah. Oh, okay, the one in my face. Wait. There we go. That's better. Wait, then I already pinned this. What is this, a double pin? Oh, this is not the real one. Right, here we go. Oh, this looks interesting. Come on! There we go.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Dan and welcome to another Mario Kart 8 Deluxe modding video. In the last episode, we covered a mod over on Game Banana that was 99,999 CC, and today we're going to be doing sort of the polar opposite of that and seeing what happens if we race at 1 CC and sort of what that looks like. The Mach Speed video actually just passed 500,000 views. If you guys want to go watch that, it'll be in the iCard up at the top right. But so just to sort of celebrate that and that, you know, being now the most popular video on my channel as of the time of this recording, I wanted to go and check out the polar opposite of it and just kind of see how it is and see how different things are. So without further ado, lads and gents, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and go into a versus race here, select our character, and there are a few things that I'm a little bit curious of that I want to try out. So I want to try out the difference between 50cc and 200cc, if there's any significant difference, and I also kind of want to try out the, what do you call it, the battle mode in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with this mod. Some of you guys were telling me that you would have liked to see me try battle mode with the super speed mod, so if you guys still want to see me do that, let's get 300 likes on this video. That seems like a pretty solid amount, and if we hit that like goal, then I'll pull up a buddy and we'll do battle mode with the Mach Speeds on. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start out at 50cc, that way we can kind of get a bit of a parallel, and as far as choosing a level, I don't, man, I gotta choose levels now. This is hard. We're gonna do Animal Crossing because, as per usual, Animal Crossing, no announcements for the Switch, but it was a Smash Direct, so I guess I can't really, you know, be super peeved off about it. And just like that, we are off. Wow, this is a large contrast. Now, granted, I haven't necessarily played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, at least not for an extended period of time, since I did the actual Mach Speed video. However, like, man, I really hope 200cc has something a little bit more to give. Like, I might not be that opposed to playing this game. Wait a second.
What?
Are the characters like warping and like being respawned?
What?
You guys saw that, right? He like went up in the air. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, there's stories.
After days of whining and complaining on Twitter, we have stories. We have stories, dude.
So thick boy goes to gym. Wait a minute.
Hey, what's going on? We're live on YouTube right now. Come through. Say what's up. Alright, I'm posting this.
Blah, 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 blah. Some Russian shit. Some more Russian shit. Even more Russian shit. There's that.
So.
Stories on YouTube.
Hey, what's up? I'm King67, and this is basically my first time using the YouTube story feature, just trying to try it out. Please don't pay attention to what's on the left on the screen. It's nothing really important. Really nothing. Really.
Селин, что делаешь?
Some more Russian shit. Now that's what I'm talking about. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Let's continue. Flex Seal time. Wait for it. Hey! Christmas time is here! And with it comes... yeah, Flex Seal. And some shush. Yeah. What was that? Oh, yeah, that guy. Some more of this shit. This. Some Russian stuff. More shit. Ah! Right.
So this year,
Come on. Holy shit.
Hey, so when I am recording a video, I have to record my camera and audio separately, so I have to sync them up with a clap. And when I put it into my my editing software, listen to how amazing it sounds. Ready?
And yeah, that's all the stories. Wait, what the? Wow. Okay, seriously, let's continue this. God damn it. Okay, let's continue this. Now, pew pew. Wait. No. If you pewed it. Oh, we're still live. Right. Come on. Oh well, might as well switch videos. Yoink. Samurai. Microscopics pack.
הבגרות נופלת לי בדיוק על סיום התואר הראשון במתמטיקה. דברים ששומעים באוניברסיטת בר אילן.
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. It's sad. I'm sad. How did this happen? Axum is getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick. It's sad. Forget this. Ah, that's a thing. In a place. Great news, the Northerners, or just Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Christmas is over!
Christmas is over. Oops. What the heck did I?
הבגרות נופלת לי
There's this.
it's definitely time for another server room maintenance weekend. Jake, can you pull us?
Oh, come on. And this. Oh, I didn't see this in the rewind. Well, yet.
הבגרות נופלת לי בדיוק על סיום התואר.
Oh, this is better. Destroy you.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be making a marble calculator. Why, though? You speak when spoken to! Jesus! Sorry, where were we? Right, marble calculators. This video actually turned out to be much more educational than I first intended, so get ready to learn some shit. So the goal is to make a calculator which can add two numbers using only marbles and physics and stuff. So to build the world's least efficient calculator, first we are going to need to know how a normal calculator works, and before we can do that, we're going to need to learn how binary works. Bloody hell. Okay, let's begin with binary. Binary is just the encoding of numbers when you can only use ones and zeros. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, you figured it out yet? No. Fantastic. Okay, moving on. So in actual calculators and computers and shit, a 1 is represented by electricity going through a wire, and a 0 is no electricity passing through that wire. Alright, making progress. So if you wanted to represent the number 5, which is 101, you would have 3 wires, with electricity running through the first and last wire. Simple enough. Now let's talk marbles. Instead of a 1 being represented by electricity going through a wire, we have a marble going down a tube or lane or whatever. So this is 5, this is 8, this is 2, this is 0, this is 12. You get it. Alright, let's run the calculator. Wow, wasn't that fun? Okay, the problem is we need the lanes to interact with each other. To do this, we need to use what is known as logic gates. These gates dictate what happens when two lanes collide. So the first one I want to look at is the AND gate. So all logic gates have inputs and outputs. For AND gates, the output will be 1 if both the inputs are 1. Alright, let's label this. We got inputs A and B and outputs C. If A and B are 1, and then C is 1. You get it, it's an AND gate. Boom, logic, done. Knowledge. Alright, simple enough. Let's bring it back to marbles. An AND gate needs to output a marble if it receives marble in both inputs. So here is my version of an AND gate. Well, this was my first attempt anyway. So the first marble to come down will fill the little hole, and then the second one will roll over it and continue down. Thus the gate is outputting a 1 only when there are marbles going down both lanes. However, the solution wasn't very robust, as sometimes the first marble was able to jump over the hole, and also it wasn't quite ridiculous enough for this project, so here is AND gate 2.0. What a beauty. So the marble in the top lane can't go through until the marble in the bottom lane has knocked out another marble holding up the barrier, preventing the top marble from getting through. Hell yeah. Moving on. Next logic gate we have is an OR gate. This should produce a marble if either of the input lanes have a marble. If A or B is 1, then C is 1. So here she is. This one's pretty simple. Just if either lanes have a marble, then it will knock the marble down, and thus the output will be 1. Very nice. Next up is a NOT gate, which is outputs the opposite of the input. Wait a second. These gates dictate what happens when two lanes collide. You lied to me. Yeah, okay, the gate only requires one lane. I'm sorry. Please don't go. No! Sorry, where was I? Yes, NOT gates. This one was actually really hard to implement because if nothing comes down the lane, then you're supposed to release a marble. So I had a timer which waits for a certain amount of time. If nothing has come through, once the timer is up, then it will release a marble. So if, hang on, I'll just show you. Here it is. Okay, so we got a marble already in the gate, slowly approaching the exit. If a marble comes through the input, then the output will be blocked. If nothing comes through, then the marble in the starting gate will reach the output. Therefore, if the input is 1, then the output is 0, and if the input is 0, then the output is 1. It's a NOT gate, baby. Done. Now we have AND gates, OR gates, and NOT gates. So using this, we can build a calculator, sort of. We actually need a few more things, but we're getting really close. These things are much less important. They just kind of make things easier. Sometimes you need to duplicate a lane into 2 lanes, so I made what I called a duplicator. 1 goes in, 2 goes out. Simple stuff. Also, because most of this is gravity-based, you lose altitude quick, so I added an elevator which releases a ball above it, and with that, we can finally do this. So how does addition in binary actually work? Well, let's just look at adding single-digit binary numbers. So if both A and B are 0, then A plus B is also 0. If A is 1 and B is 0, then A plus B is 1, same with 0 plus 1. If both A and B are 1, then A plus B is 2. But we can't have 2. Wait, shit, everyone panic. The singularity is all becoming self-aware. No, actually, you can just carry the 1. Oh, sorry. So our adder needs to take in 2 inputs, A and B, and produce 2 outputs. 1 which is the sum and 1 which is the carry. So if A and B are 1, then the output would be 0 carry 1. Okay, so enough teasing. Here is the adder. Let's put it to the test. 1 plus 0 equals... Oh, he's done it. So adding zeros and ones and stuff is fantastic and all, but we want to add bigger numbers to make it an actual calculator. The best way to explain this is just to do some math. Just normal, everyday math with big numbers in it like 2. So let's add 582 plus 946. This is pretty hard to do in your head, so we developed a method for doing sums. First you look at the rightmost digits, then you add them, so 2 plus 6 is 8, then we look at the digits 1 to the left and repeat. 4 plus 8 is 12, but we can't write 12, so we write 2 and carry the 1. Then it's 5 plus 9 plus the 1 we carried, which is 15, then we write down the 5, carry the 1, and the 1 is the only number in the 4th digit line, so we just write down the 1. Wow, okay, I didn't think I'd be doing primary school level math, but it will be relevant, I swear. I know your attention spans can't handle this, so here's a picture of a pug. Oh, it's so bloody cute. Okay, moving on. Now let's do it with binary numbers. I would do the same numbers, but this is 946 in binary, so let's do some smaller numbers, like 7 plus 5. So we do it exactly the same as the previous example. So first go to the rightmost digits, then we do 1 plus 1, which is 2 or 1, 0 in binary. So we write down the 0 and carry the 1. Next is 1 plus 1 again, so we write down the 0, carry the 1. Next one is 1 plus 1, which was carried, which is 3, and 1, 1 in binary. So write down the 1, carry the 1, which just gets written down as 1. So we get 1, 1, 0, 0, which is 12, which is 5 plus 7. Okay, so we need to implement this method of addition using only marbles. Why am I doing this again? Also, if you notice during the addition thing, sometimes you need to add 3 numbers, one from the first number, one from the second number, and also a carried number. It's hard to add 3 numbers using our adder, which can only add 2 numbers, and one which can add 3 is much more complicated because of course it is. We can do it with the gates we've already implemented, but it's a little easier if we introduce a new gate. And you know how each of the gates had names which were very intuitive, like and or and not? Well, introducing the XOR gate. These outputs are 1 if either input is 1, but not if both inputs are 1. So if A or B, but not A and B. So here she is. If just one of the inputs comes down, then it will knock the ball, which will slowly reach the exit. But if both come down, then they'll block off the exit. Okay, XOR gate done. We are ready. Finally. So this is the full adder, which can add 3 binary numbers. So let's try out 1 plus 1 plus 1. Yeah, nice, now we're talking. So now our full calculator will consist of 3 adders, meaning it can add 3-digit binary numbers. I could make it bigger, but yeah, nah, that's not happening. So let's start with the example we used before, which was 7 plus 5. So 7 is 1, 1, 1, 5 is 1, 0, 1. Alright, let's do it. Ready? Oh! Yes! We did it! That's 12, baby. We got it. We got it. What's next? I'm not creative enough to think of numbers. We got... What's that? 3 plus... 6. 3 plus 6. What you got? It's happening. Yes! 1009 coming up. Yeah! Touchdown. Bloody marble calculator. You have no idea how much effort this took. Also, if you want to test out this calculator yourself, link will be in the description. You can just play it in your browser. I don't know why you would want to use it. It's awful and works about 60% of the time. But yeah, no, have fun, I suppose, if you're into excruciatingly slow calculators that don't work all the time and can only add numbers up to 7, then go for your life. Do I have the product for you? I'm sorry this video took ages to make, mainly because first of all I'm at uni, second of all I was trying to build a marble bloody calculator and that takes its time. So yeah, sorry this one took a while. It was a lot more art than it was science, which is, you know, you've seen my ability at art, and so yeah, look, live and learn. But yeah, I am back at uni now, so I won't be able to make as many videos. I will still be making videos, don't you worry. Still got awesome plans to come. Awesome plans to come, is that how you say it? Awesome things to come that I'm planning. Yeah, that'll do. So bye. Yeah. See ya.
כבר 50 שנה אנחנו מעמידים פנים שזה יכול להסתדר בינינו. אבל בכל פעם ש...
Wait, what the? Oh, right, still this. Wait a minute. What was that right there? Oh, come on! Ooh.
What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today's a very special day. I've received... Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I paid $1,300 for a puzzle. Some may call me crazy, some may call me stupid. You're both probably right. But that being said, this is an insane puzzle. It is super rare. It is one of 130 puzzles only, a limited edition puzzle known as the SMS box puzzle. I will read to you the little letter that came with me. How is it possible to receive an SMS with this old telephone? That is the goal of this puzzle. To do this, you will need to open more than one compartment in the SMS box. When you can read the SMS, you'll know that you solved the puzzle and found all the compartments. All locks, and there are a lot of them in the puzzle, are manipulated and solved with tools provided. Even though there are lots of magnets, springs, you don't need to hit anything or use any external force. There are many tools provided to solve the many stages along the way, and there's a tool for everything. No external items are required or allowed, so no raiding the office or the kitchen drawers. Noted. The puzzle has some deliberate booby traps. Great. Even when you think you're on the right track, you may have been going up a proverbial garden path. If you're into mapping puzzles, another puzzling element will be to understand the booby traps themselves. A, to stay away from them, and B, to work out how to get back out of them. When the first prototype was finished, Brian and Juno looked at several aspects of the puzzle and decided they were ridiculously hard, so they went to great lengths to make the solutions to different steps more straightforward and consequently more elegant. So this SMS box is made from Queensland black bean, and the dial is made from Queensland silver ash in Australia. Brian Young is one of the creators of this puzzle. This probably being one of the hardest puzzles on the planet. Daunting, scary. I can't wait to try and solve it. Let's get into it.
This is the SMS puzzle. Oh my god. I'm very intimidated at this point, just because of what this says. The booby traps and everything else, so I hope I don't get caught in those. Alright, first of all, I noticed that this thing comes out. There's a magnet in this little rod. Don't know what that does. Just scanning to see if there are any other magnets here. Other than that, this turns. It also, if I push in here, as you can see, the side pops out. I don't know what that does, but it doesn't do it over here. It just does it literally over here, around by the 6. It gets stuck here, here, and here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Those are like the 3 spots. There's a button here. This one is not raised, but you can push it in a little bit. And that's really it. I thought they'd give me a little bit more something to work with. Oh, seems to be a magnet here. Oh, no, I might be messing it up. Maybe I'm in a booby trap already. I don't know. I'm gonna press this. I'm gonna try to turn. There's something weird here. Look at that. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? Right here. There's like a little clicking thing here. Can I open this? No. Okay. So no force. No force, Chris. No force. Oh wait. Did you hear that? Oh. Hello, little bead. There's a little bead. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, it's one of those. So I'm not sure if I broke it or if there's just a bead running around there. I think it's a little bearing. It's in there dropping somewhere. Well, I have no idea what's going on. Maybe I have to use this to catch the bead somehow. You know what I mean? Now, I just want to take off the magnet to see if the bead drops, if I did catch it. No. Well, now, okay. This ain't easy. I don't know. Let me see. Wait, maybe put the magnet elsewhere. Or was that just to hold this into place? Oh yeah, there's another magnet here that's repelling this one. That was probably just to hold that into place here. Maybe this needs to be like this. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so here's my thinking, right? There are bearings in here, several actually, some heavier than others. I guess is because this side tilts up and because the magnet is attracted here, I feel like I need to capture one of those little bearings with this magnet, lift it so that it doesn't fall into one of the traps, into one of the booby traps, and probably swing it around into a different place and then drop it in. I don't know what that'll do. I think, like, logically thinking, it makes sense, but then again, I might already be inside a booby trap because I've just been fiddling around with this, so I have no idea. And I think doing so this way, because obviously gravity might be the best thing to do. So let me try this out. I gotta find the bearing. Maybe the other solution is to leave it on here and do it from there. So I'm hearing this click of this ball dropping somewhere. This is really complicated. Right around here, watch. There, you hear that click? That's a big click. I don't know what that means, but it means something. Maybe we can use this. Oh, it does it when I'm here, but it doesn't click when I'm here. That's something. I don't know what that is. I must admit, I am just honestly just randomly trying to find some pattern. I mean, I think that's the whole point right now, is just to, like, until something starts making sense, we gotta randomly just try things, because we're going in blindly here. So there seems to be another magnet right here, because watch the end of the string. It gets repelled. I'm hearing that ball drop now. It's like I lifted it up and then it falls back down. I don't know what's happening. I really want to know if this magnet has anything to do with the solution at this point. I know it may be used for a tool maybe later. Wait, which way do you dial? You dial like this? I need to take a little break from this. I've been on this for probably about 2 hours now, fiddling around with it. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and come back to it. So I took a break from this puzzle, sat on the couch with it, took it with me everywhere in the house and tried to solve it. I can't get anywhere. I literally can't get anywhere. I'm going into this blindly. It is a sequential puzzle from what I know. It's not a maze. So there are certain things you have to do in a certain sequence in order to unlock it. Doing that blindly seems a bit difficult. So I went online and I scoured a few blogs to see if I can find a hint or a clue. Most of the times puzzles of this nature that are so expensive and rare, you won't find a solution online, period. There just aren't solutions online. That being said, something really interesting in the blog post that I've read is that no one's actually solved the first part of this puzzle. Most of the people would refer to either other puzzlers or to Brian and Sue themselves, the creators of this puzzle. They got the solution to the first part of this puzzle. They all realized that there is no way that they could have done this themselves. It blows my mind that these people, these geniuses who solve puzzles, all the time, self-admittedly say that they went for the solution to the first part because there was no way they would find it. Once they saw the solution, they agreed, no, they would have never found it. So that being said, I wrote an email to Brian and Sue requesting them for a solution to this. They sent me back like a 8-page PDF file. All of them also saying that knowing the solution doesn't lessen the effect the puzzle has on you because of the craftsmanship and because of how clever and how concealed everything is. They're still widely impressed with this puzzle. I'm going to solve the first step of the puzzle using that PDF solution. I know what you're thinking, guys. You're thinking, oh, this is a cop-out, Ramsey. You're just lazy. But honestly, no one I've found online has solved this puzzle, and they've all had to go back to the solution page. This is the solution to the first part. All right, there's a diagram showing the inner working of this very box right here. I'm going to show you the diagram. It's not going to help you solve it. It's ridiculous. There are 3 booby traps within this thing. Not only magnets everywhere, but the polarity of the magnets are intricately placed. Have a look at this, just like an x-ray of this right here, side by side. Okay, here we go. So it says remove the handset. This is the handset. Hopefully we didn't fall into one of those booby traps, and if we did, hopefully we can get out of it. Remove the handset and the brass plug at the end of the rope, just pulls out. Lay the SMS box flat on its back and rotate the dial until the 0 is at about 1 o'clock. Got you. Rotate the dial until the 0 at 1 o'clock. You'll feel it's attracted to the particular position. Pushing down on the receiver button, this releases pressure off the longer 20mm magnet. Rotate the dial clockwise to 2 o'clock. Then slowly bring it back to the 1 o'clock. The receiver button will release and come up about 8mm. You can now pull the receiver button out of the puzzle. Nope. Try that again. Lay it flat on its back. Okay, rotate the dial until 0 is at 1 o'clock. While pushing down on the receiver button, rotate the dial clockwise to 2 o'clock. Then slowly bring it back to the 1 o'clock position. No, down, 1 o'clock. Maybe I have to push this receiver in. Oh. Ah! Got you, little peg. Alright. It says to do this. Place a right-hand receiver button. Whoa. What? Right-hand receiver button on the dial near the number 1. On the number 1 or near the number 1? If it stays there while the puzzle is still upside down, you know you've picked up the ball bearing. If it falls away, you need to try again from the start. Alright, we're there. Carefully return the SMS box back to flat on the table with the dial facing up. Okay. Carefully. Okay. Tilt the dial by pushing down on numbers 5 and 6 and rotate anti-clockwise just a few millimeters. You should stop at an obstacle. We'll call it the lock tube for the drawer. Okay, so press down on 5 and 6 and rotate anti-clockwise just a few millimeters. Okay, I'm kind of stressed right now. It's like diffusing a bomb. That's what it feels like. Gently allow the dial to return to flat. Rotate it anti-clockwise again for another 5 millimeters. Then tilt the dial back down again. The pin under numbers 5 and 6 should now be in the lock tube. Rotate the dial back and forth in the lock tube. Alright. think I don't know where we are anymore. This is actually, even with the instructions, not even gonna lie, this is super difficult, and I would never be able to figure this out by myself. 5 and 6 at 2 o'clock. Done. Press down at 5 and 6 until the gap between 5 and 6 stop at 9 o'clock. Done. Let the dial go flat and roll the SMS anti-clockwise until it's almost upside down and rotate anti-clockwise just a few millimeters. Okay, yep, stop an obstacle. We'll call it the lock tube drawer. Gently allow the dial to return flat. Rotate anti-clockwise for another 5 millimeters. The pin under number 5 and 6 should now be in the lock tube. We want to rotate till it's almost upside down, and we want to bring... I'm not sure if I got it. I have no idea. Gently allow the dial to return flat. Rotate anti-clockwise till under 5 and 6 should now be in the lock tube. Okay. And use the brass plug from the handset to mark the dead center of the tube. Let the dial come back to flat. Rotate the dial anti-clockwise again until the receiver button is directly in line with the brass pin over the lock tube. So right about there. Alright, so I think the ball bearing is now fallen into there. I've had it travel into here. Now, okay, rotate the which way? Anyway, back. So numbers 5 and 6 are above the lock tube again. Tilt the box towards you, where the bottom of the puzzle is up. The bottom.
What is in the video?
Bottom of the puzzle's here. So I'm in a booby trap. The booby trap says that if you hear this sound, that means I'm in a booby trap. So what now? Okay, so tip the SMS upside down.
I have this dream of doing a spelling bee on steroids. The contestants line up facing a wheel labeled with a bunch of the world's languages. Step right up, spin that wheel, and wherever it happens to land, you have to read a word and write a word in that language's native writing system. Whew, whew. As a language nerd, there's a lot that intimidates me about this spelling bee, but I must confess, there's one maniacally tough written language that I really hope this wheel never lands on. Ooh, I am excited. Let's go through and list why each one of these scripts has some tricky letters, and then at the end I will reveal to you the language with the world's scariest spelling. Number 10. Wait, what was that? Come again? This just in, but apparently someone else already answered my question. He swears that the worst script ever is Thai? Really? I mean, I messed with Lao and Thai a few years ago, and yeah, they weren't super easy, but Thai? Oh, okay, here's his complaint. See, when a written language grows up and gets old, the way people speak it changes over time, but the way people write the language stays fossilized. The result is historical spelling. And Thai has some blatant historical spelling. Not only is written Thai pretty old, but even when it was new, it modeled its letters on Sanskrit, so it inherited fossils from the get-go. Thai has an alpha syllabary, with 44 consonant letters for writing just 21 consonant sounds, plus vowels and tone marks, plus a complicated way of figuring out how all of those letters work together to tell you which tone to pronounce on which vowel. Yeah. But I think this missed the point. What is it about historical spelling that makes a script tough? Consider two people. First, the reader. Won't you consider the reader? A script is hard when I don't know which sound to say for the letters I'm about to read. And for the writer, this script is hard if I don't know which letters to use for the sounds I want to write. Now glance back at Thai. There's something regular and predictable about it, especially for the reader. We can sum it up in a not-too-long page on Wikipedia. We can dust our hands off and set you loose on the language, and you should do fairly well. In fact, I think of Thai spelling as not too different from Greek in a way. A bunch of letters come together to represent a smaller set of sounds. It's that same many-to-one correspondence. Also like Thai, some sounds influenced others in predictable ways. And yeah, there aren't those Thai tones to deal with, but you're stuck with the Greek tonos system with its movable accents and double accents based on how pitch and vowel length used to work way back in ancient Athens. Yeah. No. Don't fear Thai, my friend. Look elsewhere. It's got mountains, it's got llamas, it's got Buddhists talking Dhamma. Welcome to Tibet. History tells us that Tibetans have this guy to thank for writing, Songtsen Gampo. Pardon the spelling there. Sneak preview. He brought kingdoms together to form the vast Tibetan Empire. He said, "Hey guys, we're Buddhists now." And around the year 630, he sent a young minister to India to learn how to write. What he brought back from India was a new alpha syllabary. Just like Thai, they both emphasize consonants and surround them with vowels. They both came with Buddhism, so both have special conventions for transcribing sacred Sanskrit terms. And nowadays, they both have to deal with tones in convoluted ways they weren't designed to handle. But written Tibetan is much, much older. Here's the basics. You start with the base consonants with their built-in dummy vowels. Then you learn to write vowels and w's and r's and y's as little flags on the consonants. But it gets even more exotic. Tibetan can stack consonants, it can flip consonants, it can clunk together masses of consonants to build syllables that look like this. This is how Tibetans spell these words. And this is how they say them. Did that sink in for you? This is what people are reading. This is what people are saying. This tangled mess of consonants is why Yeti, Yache, is spelled Ya-dred. Why the Tibetan language is U, even though it's really Dbus. And this, the name for this Klingon-looking beauty that is the Tibetan script, how do you think it's pronounced?
Oh, yes. You guys are making the best taco. That's not a taco stand. I was hoping you were to build a taco stand. Instead, you built a lookout tower on our second island in Kingdom 2 Crowns. Now, we did go back to here in the last video, but it looks like our boat might have sunk. We were shipwrecked and sent off to this island. Interesting. I didn't know that was possible. So hopefully we can find some more stuff here as we expand and explore. We do have our hunter on this side of the map. Do you have anything? Oh, please have anything? No, you don't have anything. We need to eat rabbits. And there's the next boat to make. Okay. I don't think I want to be that far away from home. It's zombie time. Oh, dirty shot. Nice work, my dude. I'll light you on fire. Oh, hot dang, what is this thing? Oh, I need it. Oh, wow. So that takes actual coins, not gems and stone. We have another field we can go there. Oh, and this guy. What is this? I mean, it made sparkly things. 1 gem. Oh, this looks so cool. Can I...
When new?
Howdy, y'all! I suppose it all started with the snow. A snow to make the happy and angry, and the giddy sad. For when the first snow is also a Christmas snow, well, something wonderful is bound to happen.
Children, I've hired Professor Hinkle, the magician.
Would you like to see a magic trick? No!
And so, I put the magic eggs into my hat. Abracadabra, to coin the phrase. And voila, the eggs have turned into... Oh, me lucky charm! And voila, the eggs have turned into... Eggs!
Airline food, my gosh, what is up with that stuff?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That's the best kind of snow, too. I like snow. Yeah, that's good.
Robbie Rotten!
How about Frosty?
That's a terrible idea.
How about
Josefi Krakowski.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
No! Howdy, y'all!
Happy birthday!
It's not my birthday!
Happy
times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Happy birthday!
Hey, paisanos! It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
Давай сыграем сейчас.
Happy birthday!
He can talk, he can talk, he can talk, he can talk, he can talk! I can sing!
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Solitude in E minor.
You think you can do these things, but you
Control the
can't!
wood without triggering any TNT on the red switch.
Frosty tried. It must be magic.
If that hat is magic, I want it back.
I told you not to touch it!
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
What's the joke? I can move?
What was that?
I have no idea.
I can juggle? I can sweep?
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
I am alive!
I'm alive, I'm so
Not anymore!
Uh-oh.
I got diarrhea.
Then we've got to get you there.
Anti-diarrheal pills.
Let's make a party out of it.
All right. You want it ticket-wise, guys?
Oh, come on, I already died.
Please?
Okay.
Life?
Okay.
It was at this moment
That's
he
where
knew.
the safe
He
falls.
screwed up.
We'd like it.
Double, triple bossy deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style.
This office is now closed.
What was this?
Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump.
The end.
Oh, yeah!
I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming. There's one thing I hate. All the noise, 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 noise. There'll be something I hate most of all. Every who in Whoville, the tall and the small, will stand close together. They'll stand hand in hand. Those fools.
Up the tree with Christmas stuff on a dingle ball.
I must stop Christmas from coming. Then he got... Then he...
Loud for all to hear.
Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
You're a mean Mr. Grinch. Your brain is full of spiders. Your brain is garlic. Your garlic brain is full of garlic spiders.
Wait for it. Meme.
Mr. Grinch.
Meme.
An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
You're a mean Mr. Grinch. Your brain is full of spiders. Your brain is garlic. Your garlic brain is full of garlic spiders. Your garlic spiders brain is in this photograph.
So worse.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me look at this
It's a
Why weren't you at elf practice?
I have a birthday cake.
Buddy, I think we
Oh, it's all.
You see, Jimmy,
Oh,
let me tell you a
it's
little bit about
explosion. The
bugs.
one I
They're
missed.
big people
Right.
things, son.
then proceeded to tell Buddy where his father was. In a magical land called...
Land.
This is embarrassing.
Get out of my life, now! I'm on my way from misery to happiness to me.
Christmas Graham. Christmas Graham.
You're not. Santa!
Are you going to sing a song or something, or can I just go back to work?
A song?
A 1 and a 2 and a chicka boom a chick.
Oh, that was weird.
It's me, Buddy.
Susan Wells.
It's Buddy.
Susan Wells.
Buddy.
Susan Wells.
My name's not Susan. Christmas cram. Christmas cram. Christmas cram. I want one. I love you. Who the heck are you?
Santa Claus.
You're not. Santa.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. You're Santa. What song did I sing for you on your birthday this year?
Happy birthday!
Wrong!
How'd you like to be dead? How old are you, son?
You're not beef.
That's right.
You're cheese.
I am the cheese.
Oh, Dad! You're not. Dad! He's not Santa!
Oh, excuse me. Of course, the number one citizens up here are the Clauses, Santa and the Missus. They live right over there.
Papa, you haven't touched a morsel.
Touch.
Whoever heard of a skinny Santa?
I did.
Eat.
I'm busy, Mama. It's almost Christmas.
You are gonna finish your dessert, and you are gonna like it!
You know Dasher, and Dasher. But do you recall the most stupid reindeer of all?
Well, now let me tell you about Rudolph. Nah, we'll call him Rudolph. Now, how can you overlook that? Let me tell you about Rudolph. Nah, we'll call him Rudolph. Now, how can you overlook that? Well, hi there. Aren't you the sturdy little fellow? You're hot. And smart, too.
Technically,
Nah. And smart, too. Now I'm well. Jingle, 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 ringle. You will hear my sleigh bells ring. I am old.
He's gone.
Herbie!
Yep.
Yep. There's a pile up a mile, up a mile, up a mile, up a mile higher. You. What's eating you, boy?
I am.
Whoa! No. Well, if that's all. What? You don't like to make toys?
Technically,
You don't like to make what toys?
Turn down the...
What? Finish the job or you're fired!
Meanwhile, Old Donner is determined to keep Rudolph's nose a secret.
All right, son, try it on.
I don't wanna.
You'll like it and wear it.
Oh, but Daddy. I'm a helicopter, honey.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow. Meanwhile,
All out for elf practice! Well, let's get this over with.
Now let's try out the new elf song I wrote. And a wanna, and a two-a, and a wanna, and a two-a, and a...
Chick-a-bum, my chick. The tenor section was weak.
What?
No, this won't hurt a bit.
Good grief!
meanwhile...
You go first. Go ahead.
I think you're cute.
I'm cute.
Oh, he's gotta skip this section because it's too boring.
Get out of my house!
Oops! am I? The name's Yukon Cornelius. This is my land.
Technically, it's mine.
And you know, it's rich with gold. Wahoo!
Meanwhile, are you sure we can get him to come out here?
Never knew the Bumble snow monster yet. That Bumble's hungry.
I'm very hungry.
I got a rock.
She's in a lockdown state for nearly 14 million years ago. Then she started waking up and began to cool the outros, began to...
Yukon! He's gone!
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Meanwhile, here's the beast. Now calm down. I reformed this Bumble. Look at what he can do.
Explosion.
What?
I eat little babies.
Holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. From the holly
Ooh, finally! We're at the Charlie Brown one.
Charlie Brown, you're the only person I know who can take a wonderful problem like Christmas and turn it into a problem. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Brownie.
I got a rock.
So, wait a minute.
Charlie Brownie.
No.
You're the only person I know who can take
Rob. Wait. Wow.
Charlie Brown, you're the only person.
Error. Oh, shit. Ooh.
Charlie Brown, you're the only person I know who can take a wonderful problem like Christmas and turn it into a problem.
Holy shit, we're
Charlie
recording for over an hour now!
Charlie Brownie.
I got a rock.
Summer Wars. Right.
I'm an idiot!
Ram.
I'm an idiot!
Rats. Nobody sent me a Christmas card today.
I think you have a customer.
May I help you? I am in sad shape.
So what's...
Boy, what?
Wait, did you just see that
Customer.
shape?
May I help you? I am in sad shape.
So what's...
Boy, what a sound! How I love to hear that old money clink. That beautiful sound of cold, hard cash.
The money is always...
All right now. What seems to be your trouble?
Do you think he's going to order A, a sofa, B, an expensive haircut, or C, poop?
One carry, please.
Ah, poop, you never let us down.
I feel depressed.
Suddenly,
There's the movie.
This does not help.
Well, as they say on TV,
Teen Titans Go, your new favorite show.
I don't think that's quite it. Are you afraid of
Teen Titans Go.
If you are, then you have hypengiophobia. I don't think that's quite it. Jolly.
So...
That's it! How would you like to be the director of our Christmas play? Me? You want me to be the director of the Christmas play? We've got a shepherd, everyone we need.
Shepherds
We even got a Christmas shepherd.
Snoopy.
My own dog's on commercial. I can't stand it. Oh,
20 minutes later.
It means focus, attention, stage right. It's the spirit of the actors that count. The interest that they show in their directing. Am I right? Stop the music! All right, now, we're going to do this play, and we're going to do it right. Shermie, you're a shesh.
Shesh?
Every Christmas, it's the same. I always end up playing a shush.
Shesh?
Snoopy? You'll have to be all the animals in our play.
Ooh, spooky!
Shush.
Shesh?
Charlie Brown, isn't it a great...
You two, poop!
3:28 a.m.
Charlie Brown, isn't it a great...
You two, poop!
3:28 a.m.
That's it! We're back.
Psych.
Boy, are you stupid, Charlie Brown. What's going on here?
Merry Christmas, Charlie Sheen!
Charlie Sheen,